My beloved child, before this message ever reached your heart, heaven gently whispered your name so you would not be overwhelmed by what you are about to hear. You were led here for a purpose. A truth that has remained hidden for years has finally reached the moment heaven has chosen to reveal it. And the one longing for you to know it is your mother. Listen carefully, my beloved. Your mother, now resting in heaven, has been trying to reach your heart. Her message carries such deep importance that even the angels have stood in reverent silence. Archangel Michael received what she had been waiting to share, a truth she carried for years, protecting it until the right time. Do not turn away, my child. The moment she spoke your name, heaven grew quiet. There were things she chose not to tell you while she was on earth because she feared the weight of those truths might be too much for your heart. But now she wants you to know them, because what you are about to understand has the power to break chains you never realized were holding you back. Before I reveal her words, open your heart completely. There is a reason this message did not reach you sooner. More than once, unseen resistance tried to keep it from finding you. Yet every obstacle was removed because heaven declared that this was the appointed moment. Nothing could prevent what God intended for you to hear today. If this message speaks to your spirit, write Amen in the comments as an expression of faith. Let it be a testimony that your heart is open and that you are ready to receive whatever God desires to reveal. Then she spoke with a voice filled with both love and longing. My precious child, I have never stopped watching over you. I know the things you never understood. I have seen the questions you carried in silence, and I have waited patiently for the day you would be ready to hear the truth. Her voice trembled as she continued. She had waited for this moment with great anticipation. Now the time had finally arrived. Take a slow, deep breath, my beloved. From this moment forward, your journey begins to divide into two paths, one where truth brings healing, freedom, and understanding, and another where unanswered questions remain. Heaven urges you not to miss what comes next. She showed me memories from your childhood, your home, the places where you laughed, cried, dreamed, and searched for answers. Behind many of those memories was a truth she lovingly kept hidden because she believed you needed more time to grow stronger. But today she said, they are ready. Tell them now. My beloved, keep your heart open, because what follows is the very message she has longed for you to hear. Before she continued, she gently asked me to share one more thing with you. My precious child, please don't drift away. I know how easily life's worries can distract your heart and pull your attention in countless directions. Then came a loving reminder. Stay with this message until the very end. Listen carefully, because every word has been placed here with purpose. If these messages encourage your faith, consider subscribing so you won't miss future words of hope and inspiration. Let this space become a place where you return each day to seek God's guidance, comfort, and encouragement. Now let me tell you about the moment she appeared before me. She came with urgency, not because she was afraid, but because she believed an important season in your life was approaching. She wanted you to understand something connected to your family's story, something that had quietly shaped generations before you. She hoped that by bringing it into the light, a painful pattern could finally come to an end. She spoke of memories, relationships, and moments that carried hidden meaning. She remembered those who were faithful, those who caused hurt, those who quietly stood beside you, and those who prayed for you when no one else knew. Nothing escaped her loving concern. Then she said, "My child, pay close attention. Not everyone who smiled at you carried sincere intentions. Some appeared kind on the outside while hiding different motives within. Do not fear when truth comes to light. Truth is not sent to destroy you, it is sent to set you free." Her words were not meant to fill your heart with fear, but with wisdom. She wanted you to recognize what you may not have been able to see before, trusting that understanding would bring healing instead of confusion. She continued with tenderness. There will come a day when they finally understand what I saw. The questions that once brought tears will begin to make sense. She remembered comforting you through difficult seasons and wished for you to know that some of the deepest wounds in your life were connected to painful relationships and misplaced trust. Those experiences became part of a pattern that stretched back further than you realized. But she also shared a message filled with hope. The cycle does not have to continue. Healing can begin now. Finally, with deep compassion, she said the words she had longed for you to hear. My beloved child, please remember this above all else: you were never the problem. Never believe that the pain you carried defined your worth. Lift your head, walk forward with courage, and allow God's love to restore what has been broken. Then she continued with deep compassion. My precious child, I need you to understand something. You were never the cause of the pain you carried. The burden was never yours to bear. The answers you've searched for have always existed, but they were hidden until the right time. Her voice grew quiet, filled with emotion. There was a decision made within the family long ago. It was kept from you, not because you were unworthy, but because revealing it too soon would have changed the course of your life before you were ready. I waited until heaven's perfect timing, and now that moment has arrived. She wanted you to know that a new season was beginning. The confusion you've lived with will finally start to make sense. The questions you've carried for years will no longer remain unanswered. Truth has a way of lifting burdens that silence never could. She repeated the words with loving certainty. Please tell them this was never their fault. They were never meant to carry guilt for someone else's choices. Her desire was not to fill your heart with fear, but to prepare you for understanding and healing. She believed you were being led toward a truth that could change the way you see your past. Then her voice became even softer. I remember the day I first realized this secret. I stayed silent because I wanted to protect your innocent heart. I believed there would come a day when you would be strong enough to understand. She spoke of someone whose outward appearance seemed trustworthy while quietly hiding things beneath the surface. She believed that hidden truths never remain buried forever and that, in time, everything meant to be revealed would come into the light. She also wanted you to understand why you sometimes felt overlooked, misunderstood, or treated differently. There were moments that never seemed to make sense, no matter how hard you searched for an explanation. She believed there was more beneath the surface than you could see. She said your heart often sensed what your eyes could not. The longing you felt for answers was not meaningless. It prepared you to recognize truth when the time finally came. She remembered you as a child, sitting quietly with questions no one seemed able to answer. I saw your tears. I saw your confusion. What others called weakness was often the very thing that protected your heart. You were being preserved for a future you couldn't yet understand. Her final words carried both tenderness and hope. Do not be afraid of what comes into the light. Truth is not your enemy. It is the beginning of freedom, healing, and the peace your heart has been searching for all along.